Hi, my name is James Fett and I'm a watershed technician for the Cedar River Watershed District in Austin. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about our Cedar River tributary monitoring program that takes place annually in the Watershed District. If you guys have been paying attention to the forecast lately, we've been blessed with a lot of rain this year, so it's been really good for the farmers. But we've had a lot of rain events with small durations, so typically we haven't really seen much flooding this year like we have in the past. But over the past 2 days we've received close to 0.8 of an inch, and even in some places in the watershed more than that, and 2 nights in a row. So the ground is starting to become saturated, and with that we had a little bit of runoff last night. And let's see, today is Thursday, July 7th. So if you want to take a look at the river here, we're at Roberts Creek, just northeast of Lansing. You can see that the water is very turbid, which means that it's carrying a lot of sediment from just a little bit of runoff. And you can tell that the water is not out of its banks, it's not flooding, because we didn't really get enough rain for that. This time of the year, typically the trees and grasses and the corn and soybeans in the field take up a lot of the rain that falls. So it's really helpful for flooding conditions right now. I'm just going to throw this bucket down to collect a sample and show you guys what the water looks like up close. So as you can see, it's pretty brown. There's a lot of sediment in there, and with sediment comes phosphorus as well. So what we sample for, we typically try to get out 10 or 12 times a year at 10 different sites throughout the Cedar River Watershed District, and we sample for total suspended sediment and total phosphorus, dissolved orthophosphorus, and nitrate and nitrite, and E. coli. So we just try to get an idea of baseline conditions in our watershed and if things are improving or degrading over the years. So if you take a look over here, we have already collected our water samples here today, and these are the bottles we typically submit to the lab for those variables I talked about earlier. And this piece of equipment here is called a Secchi tube. And the Secchi tube is what we use to measure water clarity. There's a state standard for water quality on Secchi tube readings, and if the water is clearer than 20 centimeters of clarity, we know that it is just fine. But once it gets under 20 centimeters of water clarity, we have issues. Some of the aquatic life in the stream, like fish or macroinvertebrates, could be negatively impacted by the amount of sediment or nutrients in the water. So today we got a reading of 4 centimeters of water clarity, which is a pretty poor reading, but that is to be normally expected after we have some surface runoff. So we'll continue monitoring this year and see what happens. That's it.